fascinating discussions there about frozen dark chocolate. Now, see, I thought that was like a type of ice cream, but I think I get what you mean now. I think I have become one of the illuminated, shall we say? Shall we say? So, yeah, we'll get into this then. Okay. In just a memento. There we are. Coolio. Do let me know if the audio is okay. Be able to adjust that on the fly. We'll go ahead now. We're in turn 2 of Operation Typhoon here. It's, there's so many decisions. So many decisions. But you know the best part is, you guys get me on the coffee high. I ran out of coffee, and I just had to go and get some. I got some 2 hours before the stream, so I've actually been able to enjoy that now. I was having to make do with tea, man. And it just does not have that kick. If you get used to coffee, tea does not have that kick. So I was dead inside for a while. So you got the energetic part now. Look at you. Okay, let me make sure I've got this set up right. Yep. I'm not mute. That's good. That was a good start. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Right, so it made some strides out this way, haven't we? I don't think we had too much left to do before the end here. We've got this sorted out over here. There might be some small things I can do in terms of like changing over commanders, which I'll probably look towards doing actually. I think what I may go ahead and do then is, let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a regiment here of the 162nd perhaps. Because I'd like to move this division over here. The only issue is they're going to be... It'd be nice if I could get a unit in there. I can get a unit there, but I can't really get one in here. Due to combat delay and obviously the terrain there, I may be in heavy woods. I just don't want them to be impacted on our forces over here. It's not going to make a tremendous difference, but it's a bit of a pain nonetheless. And I may go ahead and use the 129 to just do that, really. I think it's one of those where it's worthwhile doing just because, well, at the end of the day, we're not going to then suffer from having proximity. They look like they need to be shifted anyway. I think I will go ahead and do that then. Let me see here. Actually, that doesn't really do me any good right now. Yeah, I kind of need them over there. There we are. Let's see. I do have you here, actually. But it doesn't quite get me what I need, does it? Yeah, 45, 39, 48. So I'm going to be better off using the 129th then. Alright. Do I have another division that can do that before I do that? It does not. Oh, I do have them here. They have 49, 28. Yeah. I'll go with this one over here then. I'll place that in the actual heavy force over there. The reason why I'm doing that is just, it might seem pedantic, but the reason is I just do not want them to be near my forces over here. If I can avoid them actually moving into this area here and actually imposing that zone of control on them and just interrupting their rest, then I think it's worthwhile. I'm going to go ahead and take a regiment over here then of the 162nd. I think shift... let's see, the infantry can go off the road. Like there. This armor can head over here. Yeah. Okay. Like, really, the infantry shouldn't be on the road. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do then is I'm going to focus on getting the armor on the road. Yeah. It's going to be a tricky business in the fall in terms no matter what, really. Yeah, they're a little bit out of position here, really. I do have that headquarters there. That is the 40th. Let me go ahead and have you changed over to the 40th there. Right, you're in range there. That works out well. Okay. Right, so we do have armor here. So they could be shifted up there, but what I'm going to go ahead and do then is shift off the road the the infantry there. So I'll move them up to that position here. Okay. What I want to go ahead and do then is make sure we get the headquarters, like the core headquarters on top of the actual units if I can. The reason being that it is going to help them out. They should be able to recover fatigue quickly as well like that. At least at a speediated rate nonetheless. Right. Your headquarters is here, so I'm going to shift that there. They're slightly out of range there. Better off leaving it like that, but in fairness, I could have them changed over to the 12th core here. And, what's that distance to? They may be within range, but I think it's probably fine as is, really. I think I'll leave it as is then for the now. For now, actually. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look over here then. So, we do have a 3rd Panzer headquarters. Let me just make sure chat's working. Yep. God, if you guys are in the chat, do let me know. I hope you're having an awesome time, but you gotta let me know if you're out there. But yes. Let's see. Now, I want to go through the actual commands here. I think we need to prioritize which army group is going to really... Well, which arm is going to benefit the most, really. So if I take a look at the subordinates, and if I take a look at it from the point of view of a core only... Core... Can I see a leader? Oh, I was hoping I could see it from that point there. That's okay. I probably could, but in fairness, I can just click on here, really. Oh, wow, we have Moldor. I didn't realize we had Moldor over here. Ha! Cool. That's pretty awesome. Who is he in command of? Who does he have underneath him? So you have the 1st Panzer. Okay. That's pretty wild. Yeah, and you have Flampanzer here, too. And that's under the 1st Panzer Division. Okay. Let's go ahead and just have that move back to the actual army. To the Panzer Group headquarters for now. Which is bound there. That's pretty cool. Right. But you only have 1st Panzer Division, you have these motorized over here. So in all honesty, you're being underutilized, aren't you, really? Okay. Where is their Panzer Group? Their Panzer Group's over here then, isn't it? Okay. If I take a look then. Who do we have in control then? We have... Right, how does he compare then to... okay, so... 247777. 67777. Yeah, okay, so 3rd Panzer Group Command actually has a superior commander there in terms of morale. Morale's a lot better there. So what I might go ahead and do then is, let's see. What do I have here in terms of availability? So I could tolerate a couple more men in there. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is we'll take this core over here, which actually really has only the 20th Panzer in there. That's really underutilized. Yeah, really, really underutilized. I'd be better off actually... So, where are you? You're over here then, aren't you? Okay, you need to be really placed elsewhere then. Okay. I guess I'll place you there then. But what I'm going to go ahead and do then is the 41st then. So these guys can go over, they can't go over. It's a bit annoying really. I'll have you placed under the command of the 41st. Like so. 41st. Right, 912. Right, so they can't be right now. Powerless. Oh, powerless. Oh, I don't think we'll see him at this moment in time, actually. I don't think we have that part of the map on here. We're playing Typhoon. I don't know where powerless is, actually. I'll take a look, actually. I'll take a look. Right. They can also go into the commander of the 41st Corps. Like so, then. Right, so that leaves me with a free core over here. So I can kind of do a couple things with this. I also do have a road construction battalion underneath that. I could go ahead and have... I don't know, that's an interesting one, really, because I need to figure out how I want to actually go ahead and use them. I may go ahead and place it under the command there. Probably. Possibly. I'll take a look. Right, let me see. So I do have a number of actual motorized corps, and what I need to do then is take the infantry away from the motorized corps and have them placed under the actual command of a proper corps. So like we have 8th Corps over here, so they can go to 8th Corps. I'd much rather them be in 8th Corps. And then I want to free up the actual motorized over here so they can concentrate on the armored and motorized assets. You over here then. Right, 8th Corps. Yeah. Looking alright then, I guess. What I could go ahead and do then is, I mean, even having this guy over here is handy enough because you do have that support there, which is quite useful to have. But I could have them placed down here and have them take command of the forces in this area, perhaps. Which, I mean, it's one of those, really. I may have them take command of that group over there, really. Or maybe leave them as they are. Not too sure. Well, who are you under the command of? Right, you're there then, okay. Yeah, this is the Typhoon scenario. So yes, you're not going to see the same things here. Let's see, 4th Army. They're alright. There's not a whole bunch I can really do right now. So I think I'll leave it as it is for now. Let's take a look over here then. I think I will have that placed under command of the 3rd Panzer Group. So we'll go like that. Now, 3rd Panzer Group is at 40 out of 45, so that's fine. I think I might go ahead and take that corps there and have them placed there. At least then they'll benefit from having that. But in fairness, it's not so bad right now anyway. But it probably wouldn't do them any harm. I could have them just command the infantry. I think I'll go for that. Otherwise, otherwise I'm wasting that. So we'll have them placed there. They can go into the command of this, or they can't go into the command of that, but oh, neither can they. Damn. Okay. A bit awkward. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of competition in this area then. I guess they can just stay there for now then. Yeah, have them go on top there just to help out with logistics, of course. Like so is fine, really. Oh, I tell you what actually I could do. So we have this core here. Can I go back? Yeah, let's go back. So I do have you. You are a motorized core. I didn't realize actually beforehand, but of course it is a motorized core, isn't it? So you can go over to the 3rd Panzer Group. Now what I'll go ahead and do then is I can't place you in here right now, but I will have you placed under command of the 57th Corps, is it? Something like that. 58. I don't know, something like that. I didn't quite see. Where is it? 55, 56, 57, 57, I think it is. I could be wrong on that one. The motorizer can't change right now, but that's fine. The commander here, not amazing. Oh, we do have Rommel actually available, which is pretty cool. I quite like that. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Because we have a narrow front to work with, like, obviously we don't have to deal with the entirety of the front, really. We can actually take some pretty good commanders out here. Well, place some pretty good commanders out here. Yeah, politics, morale, initiative, administrative. Von Manstein is pretty good for that. Yeah. I think I'd sooner choose von Manstein. The reason being he does have higher morale. The initiative and the admin's higher, but important to have that admin there. So it could go like that, but I think what I'd rather do then is change this frontline headquarters. Like who do? Yeah, we have Moldol over there. Who's commanded you then? George. I don't know how you pronounce that, but Stamm. We'll change him out then. I'll take Manstein here, which we have. Okay. I am placing a lot of emphasis over here, and I think that is completely right to do. What do I have in terms of towns under here, then? I don't actually have a town under here. I do have Vasma surrounded, so I'm hoping to take Vasma next turn. I'd prefer to have had a town, really, to preemptively build a depot. But that depot will have to be in Vasma, then, really. Not much really in the way of choice there, is there? Okay. Yeah, they're down here. Okay. I tell you what I'm going to go ahead and do then. I'm going to place them under the command of the 4th Panzer Group. The reason being that they're literally next to the 4th Panzer Group, so I might as well go ahead and do that. And then we have you here. 48th Panzer, I think it is. Like that, okay. Right. How you doing there, Jackal? It's good to have you, my friend. These things over here need to go to OKH. I'm going to have to go through a couple of these divisions then just to make sure. So I need these assets for like the following turns, because they're really quite important to have, really. Okay. Yeah, like Flampanzers here. I really need them. They're wasted out there. These guys, I do have Panzerjäger. I'm going to have those Panzerjägers sent to OKH and then they can be moved elsewhere. Right, down here. Just infantry. Yeah. Let me make sure I'm double checking that right. Yeah, that's assigned. Howitzers there. Panzerjäger. Can go that way. I mean, in fairness, I could potentially take all of the, like, you're still under, where's Grossdeutschland's down here then, okay. Yeah. Like, I could take artillery. Like, I could certainly take that artillery. It might be worthwhile doing, actually. The reason being, I mean, it's definitely worthwhile doing because I can actually concentrate it then, in fairness. So it's absolutely worthwhile doing, really. I don't know why I feel a little gamey for doing that, but in reality, it's like concentration of artillery, which does make sense with the big push on Moscow. I don't know, I just feel kind of dirty. Are you guys fine with it? I don't know why I feel dirty, but I just feel dirty doing it. But I think I will do it. I think I will. I think it just makes sense, really. Because it is actually going to be really super, super handy. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that then. It doesn't really cost me as far as I'm aware. Okay, H, yeah, there we are. In places like this, I don't really need it, so I can certainly afford it. But yeah, like Stokes 2 and things of that nature, we can certainly do them elsewhere, and especially like Pioneer. I mean, they're going to be handy for taking cities, but I mean, this city, unfortunately, I can't surround this turn, but next turn I should be able to surround it. I may be able to just drive them out, or they may in fact just pull out of the actual city itself. But yeah, the fact that we have the Stokes over here that I wasn't aware of, it's dissipation of force that I can certainly make use of elsewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and have all this artillery moved into the important cores next turn, which will work for me. Yeah, that'll work for me. The weather is going to turn, so having any ability to drive through is going to be quite important. Like, I don't have much confidence that we'll win the scenario. I really don't know. I've not played the scenario before. I'm not terribly familiar with taking on Moscow, really. So kind of hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. So, okay, H. There we are. I think we have an hour and a half. I think it's an hour and a half, so yes, I do need to be on the ball here. But this is coffee me, which means that I'll do things relatively quickly. And not be as sleepy. We shall see. Right, like so. I may play the scenario again in the future, actually, because there's a number of different ways that we could do things different. Like, I wasn't previously aware that certain engineer units could actually, yeah, like, look at this, wow. Like, goddamn. Like, certain engineer units can actually also repair roads. Goddamn, I didn't realize they had this much in the way of, like, assets. That's a over-allocation of resources there. They can retain that, of course. But yeah, like, armor, pioneers, they're going to be very handy. Pioneers especially in taking out fortifications, I've got to admit, will be a problem to come. Right, there we are. Yeah, like, look at that, siege mortars over here. Hell yes, we need those. I mean, the divisions still have a pretty decent amount of artillery within the actual divisions themselves, so we're pretty good to go, really. Right. Just have you place under something nearby. Okay. Yeah, I don't want Stokes in there. I want to concentrate such assets in the cause of and making the most use of it, really. I know this is a little bit boring to watch, actually. I probably should have done this off camera, but I didn't realise that we had so many things about and around the area. It's worthwhile doing, though. It certainly is worthwhile. I will double check and see if we have any more super heavy artillery, though, because hell yes, I want more of those Carl 600mm guns. Hell yes, I want those mortars. They are our bad boys. Okay. I'll probably go about further about there. How you doing there, General Sir Anthony? Good to have you, my friend. Good to have you on board. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look then. So if I look through Commander's Report and clear this, well, actually go like that. Actually, no, what I'm going to go ahead and do then is... I can do it a number of different ways, but I'll try it like this. Oh no, this is just equipment in general. What I want to go ahead and do is take a look at actual production, types, active pools, I guess. Just production, well, yeah. Leave that off there. Let's see. Show types. Right, yes, there's only the one there. Heavy artillery. Okay. Yeah, so we've concentrated that more, so that's not too bad there. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I might change out another commander or two, actually. I think I probably will. We'll take a look and try and get the best commanders I can, really. So we have von Manstein there. 41st is Moldal, which is really good. Here we do... yeah, there's Moldal. Okay. Over here, then. He's actually okay, to be honest. Yeah, look, we have that too there. Yes, and I think I will have you replaced then. Yes, we do have Rommel there. Moldal. Admin's really quite good. Like, Rommel has 7 for morale there. That's pretty good, actually. Initiative's a big one. Yeah, so I guess it might be Rommel there, 'cause there's not many people that have as high initiative as that. Admin shouldn't be too bad, but it is quite an important thing. And we're looking at 6 there. There's not many that are as good, really. So we'll go ahead and place Rommel there. So we'll have these really awesome leaders in this area then. We should make a big difference, actually. Kind of amusing to have them all together, but hey. This is an alternate scenario, this is an alternate reality where we do have them all here. So we'll enjoy to the max. Pepsi Max, which we are not sponsored by. Right, so we have that done there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't realize that these OT units could be used, actually. By the way, if you do hear any bangs in the background, for some reason people are setting off fireworks outside. I don't know why, they just are. Honestly, God, I just do not know why they're doing that, but they're doing that right now. The benefits of living by a park. Weird shit happens, and you've no recourse for it, really. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is have those sent to... well, actually, yeah, I'm going to have them sent to the actual... OKH. I'd rather them actually be put to use next turn than wasted this turn. I mean, granted, yeah, they do 2, but it's like, well, what's it worth? We have these guys over here, IDs attached to 4th Army. That really should be elsewhere. Like, that line there is not bad. At least I get something out of it, then it helps out this way. So I'll go ahead and have one of the RADs placed into here, if I can. Yeah, I'll take one there. Okay. There's not many roads in the area here, really. Yeah, fireworks going off. That's fun. Might give you an R8. Well, you already have one, actually. Yes, there's not too much, then, I can really do about that. So I guess we'll have to start with that, then. So, yes, not much in the way of air power. Yep, chat's working fine. Good to have all of you here tonight. Hope you're having a good time. So I'll go with that, then. I do have my depot set up over here. You can see, obviously, there's a lot of traffic on that. We haven't had any reinforcements or anything of that nature. Air power isn't really going to be that relevant shortly enough. Like, if I take a look at the weather in the air, like, you see that we go from this, and you can see that we obviously still have the rain here. We're going to have more rain coming in. I'd be surprised if the weather was good next turn, but we'll go ahead and we'll go with that, really. So I leave myself a single AP next turn, but, well, for this turn, but I'm pretty happy with that. We've got 2 good leaders in there. We've got things sorted out at a range, so, yeah, pretty happy about that. Okay. So what are you guys doing then? How is your Friday evening? Do you have any plans after this, or what? Are you going to go out later tonight? Or today? I don't know. Depends what your time zone is, really. But who am I to judge? You do as you wish for your time zone. Okay. Sounds like units moving then, okay. It looks like they occupied and then left that position there. Or maybe they never occupied it to begin with. Right, so see... is it our freight or their freight? Yes, it's their freight over here. So they're delivering their freight of Ozma. Okay, that makes sense then. At least we do have some BF-109s in that area. In fairness, I should have probably assigned more AA to that area. But the weather is going to change pretty quickly. I'm hoping that we'll be able to seize an objective soon. That would be quite handy, really. I think we should be able to. Okay. Right, so we do have more partisans here then. So let's take a look at the situation then. Of course, they've been starving a little bit longer over here then. It's good to know. Actually, I tell you what. I tell you bloody what. Hello. How's that? Okay, yeah, I guess I just found the one clear hex there. I mean, ground conditions aren't exactly fine. But they're not as bad as they could be. So that's certainly something to know about. Oh dear. We'll have to make do, but I was expecting all heavy mud, so, I mean, if it's light mud, I can make do with that. I'm hoping it's light mud. Yeah, we'll take a look here. Now, as far as it goes, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty amazing, actually. It looks as if the heavy rain was down here and over here, but actually, that's quite surprising, actually. So we should have relatively the same conditions then as beforehand. That's really good to know. Now, I'm going to have to try and run reconnaissance, which is not going to go great. But, yeah. Apparently that hex is empty there. If that hex is empty, it's not guaranteed to be empty, but usually we have like good unit-to-unit reconnaissance there. Let's go ahead and take a look then. So, like right now, we take these off here. Right, light mode there. Light mode. Light mode there. But that's fine. I mean, this is it. At the end of the day, it's going to be light mode. I expected that. We do have level 1 force over there, but that's not too bad. But the thing is, I do have a way through over here, and I do have that to work with. Yep, you're starving over here. We do have a 5th guard, so they've been starving another turn there. It's good to know. These guys have been starved a little bit longer, so they'll be easy to take out. They didn't break out. Got this unit over here. It's kind of annoying that we had to waste time over here. I mean, that might kill me in the end, really, if I had to waste such time down this way. Looks like Curse may have been abandoned. I'm not too sure. A rel is obviously held. I think what I'll probably go ahead and do then is have the armor just lop this off and then continue to the north, really. Move elsewhere. In all honesty. If I take a look then, we do have a rail line up to here then, up to our depot. And how did we go about... yeah, you can see that a lot of the supplies coming from these depots out here. We are going to be seeing... yeah, you can't see from there. Let's see. Yeah. You can see not a lot of freights arrived up over here. And the reason is obviously we do have that damage there. I could prioritize that for repair, which might have been a good idea actually to spend that point on. I didn't consider that one actually. Over here at Depot 1, you can see we still have that damage. Yeah, which is going to be a bit of a problem there. Even Smolensk has a little bit of damage, but not too bad. So yes, we need to go ahead and seize the city of Vazma, so I can go ahead and get access to that depot ideally, which would be quite nice. As far as it goes then, we see that there's apparently some units in this area, general idea of units in that area, general idea of units in that area. This doesn't really much matter right down here. These guys I would like to wrap up soon so I can carry on moving these forces here. That needs to be dealt with, but I could maybe even ignore it to a degree, but I'd like to get rid of it just for security purposes. But yeah, they need to go ahead and surround that. They're not looking too hot because there's a supply situation, but yeah, they lop that off. I need to go ahead and get them back towards where the actual supply and logistics is, and then carry on driving up here. We are going to try and make a push from Moscow and try and... yeah, try and make it work from there. I'm hoping that could actually drive up towards Zev this turn, actually. That'd be nice. So... yeah, you can see that they were drawing from depots. From this depot here, so depot 3, obviously the one that's closest to them. You can see it's only range 3, MP 3, and also they were using horses to take from that one. That one's obviously significantly further away. We did lose some freight, but we didn't use any vehicles. Our vehicles received, so we received some vehicles from Novgorod, it seems. Okay. Yeah. Right, okay. Let's see. Right. Maybe something like that. But probably close would be better. Bring that... even a freeze a little bit too large there. I just want some decent detection over Kaluga, some general detection over that way, and more focused detection here. I mean, really what I want to go ahead and do then is, like, have that pretty small there. Try and concentrate if we can. If I have anything available. Oh, I see. Right. I think I'll leave that as is then. So a couple of HS126s there. Yeah, that's about the best we're going to get then. So I think I'll go with that. I'm not expecting a lot from reconnaissance here, really. So let's hope for that. What is the weather in the sky like? Rain. Okay. That should be okay as it gets. Well, it's going to be as good as it gets, really. I don't imagine the weather's going to get any better. So I'll take that. I mean, when we get cold weather, that's not too bad. I can at least manage that. Yeah, 22 loss there, 9 damage, not exactly great. Hopefully reconnaissance is worthwhile. Oh, wow. Okay. That wasn't as in-depth as I was hoping for. But that's very interesting then. So we do... That's really interesting. It looks as if they actually pushed back in here, which is intriguing. That's really interesting, actually. That is very interesting. It could be worthwhile to push them towards 2 perhaps, but we'll see about that. But I didn't quite expect them to do that. I expected more of a line here, but maybe we just were not aware of that. Yeah, that's very interesting then. That's very interesting. Let's take a look here then. Turn that off. Now, we're looking at 1.17, so yeah. We do have more men on map, it's just obviously having them concentrated. But in fairness, I do have a decent amount of force concentrated here. Alright, we can actually see a decent amount here then, so we've got some information to work with there. That's not too bad. Yeah, you can see they have a lot of rail usage there. Which I'm not shocked about. Yeah, how good is that detection here? Like, I have some detection out here, but not a lot. But I think enough to conclude that this is, like, potentially open. I could work with that. Alright, they're over here. Let's have you move over there. You're actually closer to the supply network, so that works fine. I'm really just trying to take control of the actual area here. Place you about there. I was hoping I could take control of that one as well, actually, but unfortunately not. But what I can go ahead and do then is move back there. So this is actually territory that we held to begin with. Hey, Luke. Good to have you, my friend. Lit, I should say. Good to have you. Yeah, so we'll go with that. I do have a security over here then. Now, they are a division, so they do help, but I'll probably keep them reserved for now. And again, I wanted to make up distance over here on this road, to be honest. The rail would be great, but it doesn't really much matter for me, so I just need to forget about that, really. Move them there. And again, they are within our previously held territory, so they'll benefit from that, which is quite nice. Right, so I could go there, I could go there. Let's go here. Do I take control of that? I do. And I can actually go over here, which is pretty good. So we'll go there. And that's awesome, Ben. And we'll go over here then. So I don't take any more over there, but that's not too bad. Yeah, no, that's not too bad there. Then I'll shift them later on. Yeah, so we are aware then that this road then is unoccupied, which is good to see there. Apparently there's nothing outside the city reserve on the other side of the river there. So I can work with that one at least. It's going to come down to trying to flank the enemy here, really. Trying to force them to change their deployments. Let's see. I'd be better off moving up that way. Though there is something to be said about taking control of the territory here, just for ease of supply movement. But it's just, yeah. Actually, to be fair, it's probably going to be quite nasty. But then I don't want to waste divisions, really. I think what I do is I have that one come south, and I think I have these ones go this way. Maybe so. Let's see. Yeah, but I do have another objective in Carlin. But again, it's going to come down to coming this way, so I'm going to go ahead and aim for that road, but I reckon. So move there, move there. That takes that. Let's see. Yeah, that terrain's nasty as hell. Absolutely nasty as hell. Oh, that's why I wasn't seeing all of it. Okay. Yeah, the terrain here is just god-awful. But at least they can make progress down there, then they can walk... Well, they can march down the the road over here. Possibly move over to the road over here, but it's going to be difficult nonetheless. It's not going to be an easy one, really, whichever way we want to cut it. Now, we are greeted with these forces over here, then. I'm not too sure what's here, of course. I could be greeted by many more Soviets here, and I likely am. I've got to assume there's probably a line here. Like, there's probably a line that stretches across here, so I've got to be quite aware of that. Right, so the infantry can get around here, so that's good news. I could retire the actual forces here then quite nicely. It may be worthwhile to take the road over here just to take control of this territory here, but also to open up another road, but it doesn't really do me any good, so I'd rather avoid that. See, mechanized here then. Now, mechanized in open terrains, going to be obviously a bit of a problem there for infantry. Were they defended in, like, heavy woods, that would have been okay. Alas, no. Alas, no. So, yeah, we need to be flexible. We need to be able to get through this. But I'd rather go around a bit through it. Now, these are worth, of course, victory points. But they're not worth... Yeah, 2 is worth 20. Actually, I can zoom out, can I? Let me go ahead and do it. Huh, okay. I thought there was like a mode that, like a view that showed you the actual value there. Maybe it's not in the actual scenarios? Could be. Could be not. No, that's interesting. Didn't realise that. Okay. Yes, so they're worth 20. You can see that we get... We could gain 250 there. Sorry, 200 from Moscow. Assume we get Moscow, which is not going to be easy. There are others, actually. Main thing is to get to Moscow. If we get Moscow, then other things will fall, but it's obviously going to take some time to get there. Now, right now, it seems easier on this flank, and they do seem... I mean, they certainly have a gap over here, which is something I can work with. Excuse me. Issue is going to come down to the weather. And the thing is, it's like, I have to respect the terrain here. So clear terrain, yeah, those tanks could happily attack into the clear terrain, that would be good to go. I think over this way now, it's going to come down to having the tanks just open up the way, perhaps. I'm not too sure about how deep we could go. I'm going to have to get infantry in here or motorized at the least. But if I take a look then, yeah, I mean, that's the last bit of the clear terrain there. From that point on, it's just woods and, yeah, just light woods. It's all woods until Well, yeah, it's just all woods until we get to, like, Moscow itself. On that area there. Obviously, the rivers do not help us. So, I'd be better off either... I'd be better off going towards the north, really. Veering towards the north with the actual armored units, I guess. I think I get a lot out of that, at least. Yeah, I guess we'll do that then. I think that's what we'll do. I think it's essentially like confronting reality of the situation. That in reality, I've got to stop saying reality. But as we mass forces here, then the Soviets will mass forces. So I need to be mobile. I need to retain that mobility. The strength of the Panzers is obviously their armor, but it's more so their ability to be mobile. That's quite a big strength there. Yeah, 19th there, still been over that combat prep. At least these guys are able to build a combat prep uninterrupted and rest uninterrupted, which is quite good. Did they gain any, like, additional vehicles this turn? If I take a look at supply... Yeah, they did receive some replacements here. That's pretty cool. Now, I expect they may have had some admin failures. No, they didn't. That's good. And some replacements too to boot, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so... I think we go this way. It's not ideal, but at least I still have a road to follow. I think we open this way up and go from there. But first of all, I need to take the city over here. And, yeah, with that, be quite good. Yeah, so you can see they're gaining victory points. So this is it. Oh, I mean, I've got to take the cities quickly, otherwise they gain victory points from these cities. Oh, didn't realize about that. Yeah, it's going to be rough. So I think we'll go ahead and take the infantry then and use that here. I could give them the actual city bus and equipment for that. Which is a really badass way of saying that. Yeah, now we can manage that. Okay. So reform that division there. Yeah, they can join that. We have the two divisions there. So we'd have essentially a core then to work with. 251st over here then. Okay. Now, commanding that attack would be the 28th. Was it 25, 6, 7? No, 27th. 27th over here. And they have some artillery already, which is pretty good. Now, his command is actually pretty damn good for infantry. Actually, he's a pretty damn fine commander, actually. I was about to rip into him, but General Major Lothar Rendulic is actually a pretty damn good commander for infantry. Pretty damn good commander, even of mechanized for the most part. There are people far worse than him, but I've seen him command of motorized. So he's actually pretty damn good. I'm quite happy with that. Cool. Cool. The only issue is like making sure this artillery gets to the battle. But yeah, we'll have you move that. Let's see. Yeah, like we have Flampanzer units. I think I will have those units assigned directly to make sure they get in there. But yeah, we have siege mortars. That's also always a cool thing. Pioneer. Love the Pioneer. Okay. So, 81. Thank God they're not attacking across the river. Yeah, I need to avoid that one like the plague. Might be 9, but that is not good. It's not good to attack across the river. So move over there to where the actual land be. Now it's a city, so it's not going to be that bad. Obviously it's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be that bad. So 78 there. 81. Interestingly, they have... why do you have so much more? What's your morale? 83. 79. 13k men. Yeah, they do have 14, so they do have more there. 14. So I think you're going to be the one to gain the additional support here. So I'm going to give you the Flampanzer battalions. And... Pioneer. Like so, takes you up to 22 there. Pioneer. I'll have these obviously taken away from them and move to other units then afterwards. Right, I should have more Flampanzers, so where are my Flampanzers? I've got two there. One of them's a third Panzer group. Okay. I'd really much prefer that to be over that way. That's going to be a little bit awkward. I guess I should have put them in another unit. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that then. There's not that much else I can do there. I could assign additional artillery if I so feel inclined. I may go ahead and do that. Let's see. So I'll give a siege mortar battery there. In effect, I'll just give them the heavy artillery. Hope to God that it actually joins the fight. But I'll have it moved out afterwards then. Am I saying Morons? Or am I blind? I don't know, it's just the way it seems to be shuffling the names over here. It's freaking me out a little bit. Yeah, because it's like some of them go to the bottom. I thought it was me. I thought it was me, but it's not. Look at that, wow, we have 97 of you guys, that's awesome. Yeah, so get the heavy artillery in here. In fairness, I could put all that artillery in there if I wanted to, but I don't think that's required. I'm going to go with a heavy. And there's a lot of heavy in fairness. But these howitzers and other things of that nature can go to other units then. Yeah. That's a lot of artillery. Right, so 60.9 there. I could even place additional units in there if I so wish to do so. And it may be worth doing so. I may wish to, indeed. Yeah, let's go ahead and see here. God loves a victor, so yeah, we'll go ahead and place another division in there then. I want to make sure that we get this. Yeah, and obviously that one would be quite the specimen to have in there. So we'll have you placed under the command of the 27th. Like so. There we are. Okay. I'll just give each of the others then a pioneer. I obviously have a lot of pioneers, but I want to make sure that we gain the city here. Alright, this is going to be overkill, but I want to make sure it's good overkill. Right, that'll do then. So, let's see. That takes us up to 76.7. I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Our detection of a city. Hang on, what is our detection of the city there? Am I blind? I must be blind. Maybe we just have, I don't know, maybe we have perfect detection? I don't know. But yeah, I do feel regrets not taking Vasma sooner. That's a shame. So yeah, we'll go ahead and attack. I'm going to go ahead and do it with a little bit more detail. I like to see that sometimes. Hopefully you guys do as well. Yeah, it's interesting to see how things work and what attacks what. Might speed up in a second, but I want to enjoy the view for now. Okay. It is very interesting to see how things work, really. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll speed up a little bit more then. Yeah, so you can see it's 10,000 men there. But if, yeah, look at that, there's 1,000 guns there. Yeah, they surrender there. That's pretty damn good for us. 103 men, I'm quite happy about that. That was what you call overkill, really. But overkill gets the job done. Yeah. And it gets it done at lower casualties. I mean, this is it. We had, like, one destroyed of the Flampanzer. Actually, Flank Panzer 2. Oh, yes, we did. We had... Actually, no, we had 2 Flank Panzers damaged there. What did we... What was destroyed there, armoured? Might have been... I don't know, maybe there was like some armoured car or something like that. I'm not too sure what that is. That might be an armoured vehicle. Possibly. But yes, that's good then. So we do have a city there. Oh, hell yes, we do have some supply and some fuel in there. Hell yes. Right, let's go ahead and get that rail yard repaired. Excuse me, ASAP there. Okay, so we'll create the depot there. So I'll go ahead and link that up. Oh, the big thing, by the way, is... Right, so you need to remain there another turn, but I don't think you're operating as a super depot yet. Why are you? It's looking like 28,000 there. It might not be active as a super depot yet then. But I'm going to keep that FPD there another turn. Just to make sure. As it's operating as our best depot there anyway, really. I'm going to go ahead and initiate repairs here. I can't assign construction unit right now. I will assign construction unit over here though. Depot 1. Let's get that worked on too. The reason being I want it to just facilitate movement. If I can, that is. Right. That needs to be a priority. I know it's only 6 damage, but it matters in the rear. Because the rear affects the front. And if we don't get the amount of supply that we need, the amount of freight that we need, then we are going to certainly suffer. And we can't afford that, can we, ladies and gents? We cannot afford that. Okay. But that's good. That's really good. So we do have the FBD over there then. So yeah, they can move up pretty nicely. I think what we might go ahead and do then is, like, we'll take it to Vasma. And then what I might go ahead and do is have it move up that way. Or even move it up that way. If I move it up that way, I lose... I mean, this is it. I have the rail line moving, but I have lesser capacity. Above all, I need to take control of the second... Well, of the major rail here. The dual lines. But I may take it up that way. We'll see, really. It's going to depend on how much movement we have here. Okay, but with the city taken, that's quite important. I can use that as a logistical hub now. So, very, very nice. Now, we do have a Panzers over here, then. 78% fuel, 99% fuel, 61, 94. It would not go really to hurt us too much to actually give the Panzers time to recover somewhat and build up supply. The issue is that, well, it's not supply, really. It's the issue of fuel. Need that stuff, really. And that stuff's hard to come by. Yeah. So I think we're going to go ahead and drive to the north. With what now is going to be a question. Let's see. Do have some infantry there. The 4th arm is going to have an interesting role. I think the 4th arm is going to take over the push over here for the most part. Maybe a bit of a mixed push, but I need to have forces be able to manage that. This infantry here, then, is going to go that way. Or they may take over here. Hard to say. Like, I don't have a lot of information here to work with. I have 2 divisions there, then. They can at least make it to the front. I do have that division there as well that can make it to the front, so that's good. So what I could go ahead and do then is potentially... so I could potentially launch a hasty attack there that has a chance of succeeding, which is not too bad. Or I could move it elsewhere. What I'm quite interested in then is, like, if you take a look over here, like, that has to be tackled by infantry. There's no way that could be tackled by anything other than infantry. It's just not worth it. Heavy wood is just not worth it. Here, I can certainly kick their ass. I could probably kick their ass in hasty attack, really. Which I might go for, to be honest. But I think I'd rather use, like, a motorized unit to go ahead and do that. The reason being, it's less costly in that way. I do have a 14th over here that can actually go ahead and potentially launch that sort of effort. They could also go that way. Right, let me see here. So I do have infantry that can move up this way. Free. I need a chink in the line here so I can actually take control of that rail line. If I could get the rail line over here to Gizatsk, how can I pronounce that? Then at least I do have that. If I go ahead and take a looky, where the fuck is it? Strategic reconnaissance, not reconnaissance. Yeah, so strategic reconnaissance. So we do have a rail yard here. We have a rail yard here. We have 1 and 1. We have a rail yard this way, which is 1. A reserve, which is a 2. 2s are very important to have. So yeah, in reality, this town is actually still important to me. It's still important to us because it does have that rail yard there, which is pretty good. Like, we need that rail yard to be able to push up the logistics sufficiently. We are trying to push towards Moscow, but then this is a thing, really, isn't it? It's like we have to consider what will come in the winter, and we know that there's going to be quite the vicious counterattack, and we need to be able to survive that, really. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take that. As to what we've I'd prefer to use motorized, really, if I can get that job done. But oftentimes, it's better to use a unit that's already at the front because, well, it's already at the front, to be honest. So let me go ahead and make sure I've got support there. Yeah, we'll do. I've turned off the actual thing here. How do what's the hotkey for that? I do it sometimes by mistake. Shift C. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, look at that. They lost a lot of freight there. And that's what happens when you ride to the actual front. It's not great. I will give them a pioneer unit. They could also do with having some self-propelled flak there, to be honest. That looks to be a bug there. Kind of weird. Okay. They actually do have a good amount of armor there, to be honest. Pretty impressive amount. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and launch a hasty attack there. But in fairness, what I want to go ahead and do then is, I think I will assign some stugs over here too. The reason being, it brings up their sheer firepower. So even you look at that, like, we have 29 Better Panzer 3Js that are damaged right now. The armor needs to be in cities pretty soon, otherwise it's going to start to suffer. We're not in winter yet. I think winter will start in December. Oh, we might be in winter now. I forget when winter starts exactly. This might be considered winter now. I need to double check when it does begin, actually. I forget when it is now. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and make sure that we are fully capable of taking this. I'm going to go ahead and have this headquarters move up then sufficiently enough to benefit an attack. I could give them additional artillery. But I think I'm going to hold off for at least for now. And we'll go like that then. So, go for that hasty attack. Yeah, okay. I was a little worried that would fail there, but it does rout the actual division there. Sadly, we do lose 2 vehicles, which is a bit of a shame there. But we have that opened up now, which is good. You can see they haven't used too much, but I don't want to really use them again. Like, in theory, they could take that, but it's simply not worth it. So I could move infantry up this way. Let's take a look. Yeah, terrain here is not great. It's not on our side. I could move there. I don't really have much information. They could still drive on, but I don't really know what's going on over here. Like, that'd be great to knock out of the way. Best I could do is a 5 there. I don't think I can do a deliberate attack with 5. I can't recall, actually. Detection over them is actually pretty good at 13. It's pretty good as far as it goes for most detection. That's not too bad. 5, 4. That's about as good as I'm going to get. Yeah, 5. So 4 there. 3, oh, yeah, okay. Right. Let's try and move you up over there then. So 5th Infantry Division moves there. They can't engage in a planned attack, unfortunately. Right, let's see. I kind of regret that now. I could take them both there. That's clear terrain. Light mud. Maybe pull off a hasty attack there. Yeah, they should be able to manage that. Are they under different commands there? Alright, 5th and 4th. Oh, yeah, not good. Who's superior? Well, I might as well place you into the 5th Corps then. Under the 5th Corps you go. Rapscallions. How you doing there, Konak? No, the game will be on Steam at some point. I don't know when it'll be, but it'll be on Steam at some point. I feel pretty confident in that one. I mean, the other games have been on Steam so far, barring Warner Pacific, but that's an exception. That's the exception to the rule. Well, yeah, I'm pretty damn sure it'll be on Steam at some point in the near future. I don't know when it'll be, but I'm pretty damn sure it will be. I can't see why it wouldn't, you know? So, yeah. Keep the faith. Right, artillery. I'm going to give him a bit more, actually. Yeah. Okay. Again, can't go for a hasty. Sorry, can't go for a deliberate, so it'll have to be a hasty. It should succeed, but it might not now. But it still succeeds, so that's good. So now there's a cavalry unit there, that's good then. Yeah, I could shift one of them back 5, so we should do so. Okay, so that gives us some traction over here. Faith is shattered. Gotta have faith, faith, faith. Okay. Hang on, actually, they may... No. They could go there. It doesn't look as if there's that much in the way of density over here, so it may be the right decision to continue to drive up straight through the center, really. The only issue, and it's a big issue, not the big issue that you see on the street corner, though. Not that kind of big issue. But yeah, it is a pretty big issue due to the fact that in the heavy woods, it might be the case that we have to attack it with motorized. I don't think they'll take as much in the way of... I don't know. It does depend, though. I don't think they'll... probably still... I'd prefer to use infantry, but I don't really have infantry in range, do I, to be honest? So it is a pretty tough one. I'd rather not use the armor, though. So I do have a little bit of infantry over here. I'd attack that, but across the river, of course. Yeah, we could possibly manage that. But I'll explore that option later. I think I want to get some assets moving up this way. Let's see. Keep them on the road. Okay. Yeah, they'll have to be dealt with, but they're not too bad. They've been standing a little while now. Yeah, so they gained 100 from that. Yeah. Need to take that. It may even be worthwhile to take that with the armor there. Light mud today. But I do have the infantry close by, so that's fine. What I could go ahead and do is just make sure this is actually cut off and then attack it. I think I'd much rather use the... I just hate that we have to do it like that. But in fairness, I could do that and that's still cut off. Still can't trace supply. If I do that, then they'll likely just surrender in the city, really. So... Ugh. As much as it hurts me, I will do that. I'd really rather attack from that side, but I don't think I have much in the way of options here. They could probably do it. Right, so I have the 13th Corps there. 13th Corps could handle another division. Yeah, they're not the ones I want to attack with, though. They'll have to be, then. Yeah, it's only cavalry, so it's not too bad, then. 7's men, plenty enough. Yeah, they can do that. I was hoping they'd take the city there, but unfortunately... Well, take that hex there, but I guess not. Okay, you've there. Scheiße. That's annoying. Damn, that was a waste of time, but... It may have to be the... If I take these out... Which one is it? 80.6. That one? No. That one? Yeah. 22.5. Oh, those odds are not great, but it's only a cavalry, so it shouldn't be too bad. I am not happy about that, though. But I just don't have much else I can do there. Ugh. Right, you go to 13th. Not that it matters anyway now. Hmm. They can go elsewhere. I hate this. I really do. Really? They can't? Why can't they? That's bizarre. I don't know why they can't do that. That's really annoying. Balls, okay. Yeah, that's not looking good. Okay. God help us on this one. Oh, we'll get a city at least. Yeah, they shatter. Oh, I don't lose any AFVs because we didn't have any AFVs in the fight, so fair enough. But we do manage to take a Relva. Not looking fab dabby dozy though. At least we get some stuff out of it, so that's not too bad. Now, I could just simply have the infantry carry on this way. They need to march up that way, take control of that. Okay. Yeah, the armoured forces need to move the heck out. But at least that is a second objective down then. So we get Vazma, Orel. If I could get Reserve today, that'd be good. But I don't know if I'll be able to get Reserve. Mostly because the river will make things harder. Really. I don't like it when it's hard. But I don't know really what else I can do on that one, to be honest. It might just be a case of brute forcing it, but you know. I mean, that one might be doable, but I sincerely doubt it. Right, so we got that, but not least. I'd like that finished off, but it's gonna be a pain. Oh, it's not that bad. It's in light woods, like. That's why that security unit would have came in handy. I'll just try and ignore it for now. I'm only using the roads in this area. I'm not using the rail anyway, so it's not that big of a problem. Okay. Well, they could go ahead and deal with that next time, because I'm not going to be moving too far beyond this point anyway. I tell you what. You could be assigned to another HQ. Right, they're dead right now. Thing is, it's like you look at the supply lines here, they're not good. Really not good. We just do not quite have enough supply to do that. I could drive onto the north, but it's like a what cost does it come at? And it's going to be at a great cost, because I can do it, I can certainly do it, it's just, is it worth it? And I don't think terribly so. Straight on to Tula. Oh, it'd be nice, but it's like, look at the... Yeah, I mean, like, look at that. Like, they took supply from Vidabask, whatever you pronounce it like. And of the 53 freight received, 43 of that was lost. That's a huge amount of loss. I mean, there's no replacements coming at this sort of distance. They've only 105 tanks. At 65 MP, 30 hexes away to well, 26 hexes to the closest depot at Orsha. There's not a lot coming there. I mean, of the 13 received, they got 9 was lost. That's not a lot. That just leaves you with bloody 4. That's not a lot. Attrition here too. Yeah. They need to get their asses out of here. Even going that way is just simply not worth it. I think they just simply have to go this way. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realise the lines moved at the same time. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Even these guys, it's not worthwhile having them linger around. If they can move, they need to get moving. Sadly, they can't. Yeah, it's not worth it. Like, right now, they're a couple hexes away from an actual rail depot there. You know what I mean? They're actually not that far away. There's actually freight out here. It's going to just significantly cut down on their supply range. Yeah, these guys are going to be sacking it up down here. Not ideal. Try hasty. Yep, that worked. Right, at least that's dealt with. Now this is it. Do I drive towards Kursk? What do I gain from Kursk? I don't know what I don't really stand to gain much from Kursk. To be honest. Everything really revolves around Moscow. But it's still not a terrible thing. It's still probably a worthwhile idea to continue pushing down in that area. Because it does open up other opportunity, really. But yeah. Yeah, you can see that situation is pretty difficult. It really is. We don't have a lot going for us while we don't have supply. Pretty rough. It could be, well, I'm just thinking it'd probably be worthwhile like having them move over there to wrap that up quickly so they could actually then begin marching that way towards Tula. And this is it, we don't need to like control just dirt effectively. Like Kursk is amazing. It's not amazing. I'm thinking of Kharkov. Where's Kharkov? Kharkov's there. Yeah, we're just in the north of Kharkov. So yeah, I mean this is it. And I don't want to be spread out so much when winter comes, really. I want to be quite concentrated so supply can actually make it to where it needs to be, really. Yes. See, yeah. Down here wouldn't have been a bad thing to actually bring additional capacity there, so they're actually doing a good thing there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they do have 1451 right now. Damn. We're gonna need some objectives first turn. I don't know how feasible that is. If I could get to that objective, it'd be quite handy. I mean, this is it. It's like I might have to force my way through just to get to the actual VP. Because if I don't get that VP, I might end up losing the game anyway. It's a tough one to balance out there, really. I must admit. But we are at the end of the stream here, effectively. It's been pretty awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is it. I'm looking forward to the future, actually, where I will be playing against a human opponent. Need to figure out who that will be, but it'll be cool when that happens. So I hope you guys have had an awesome time. Been much appreciated. Yeah, it's always fun. As I say, it might take me about a billion streams to get through like a single turn, but in fairness, at least it is worthwhile doing. I like to spend, I don't know, I think maybe sometimes I might go over stuff a little bit too much, but I think it's always worthwhile, actually. Thanks there, Tony. Much appreciated, my man. Much appreciated. Hope you're having an awesome day and evening as well to boot. So I'm going to go ahead here and just put up my... Oh, thanks, Windows. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's put that up there, and I'll share a link to my channel. If you guys can go ahead and give me a subscription, that'd be awesome. A like as well, is always appreciated on whatever I post. Would be great, man. Okay. So I'm out here in literally 2 minutes. So thank you very much for that, guys. Have an awesome evening. Thank you very much for that, Chaplain for Bacchus. Might I say you're looking sexy. Until next time, I just minutes I. Ja. Mata. Probably Kinyobi. Mata Kinyobi. Sayonara.